Today we're going to learn about shortcuts. In a previous video, the desktop is what it was titled. We learned how to put shortcuts on our desktop. Now what we want to do is understand what is a shortcut and how do we use it. Well, the first question to ask is, what is a shortcut? Well, I suppose in Windows you often feel like getting to something you want to do is a lot like following this line. You have to start at one end, go through 3 or 4 different areas, and finally you get to what you want. Well, the shortcut was built so you can take that and turn it into that. Because everybody knows that the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. So what we want to do is make a straight line to the application you want to use. But I guess now you ask yourselves, how do I use it? Well, first make sure you watched the desktop. That way you know how to make shortcuts on your desktop, because that's how we're going to show you how to use a shortcut. Okay, here's our desktop. And if you remember in the desktop video, we created a shortcut to both Internet Explorer and Notepad. Well, first, before I get too far into using a shortcut, I want to show you what always denotes or what always defines a shortcut in Windows. If you'll notice this folder called Desktop, okay, it just looks like a folder and it has a title called Desktop. But if you'll notice this folder called Camtasia Studio, it has a little white box with an arrow. Notice these other 2 icons do as well, and notice that the ones we created when we created shortcuts on our desktop both have those icons as well. That means that what you're looking at is a shortcut to another location on the computer. And that's what we want. We want to be able to get to locations that are maybe well organized, but that means they're also a little bit deeper and a little harder to get to just one step at a time. So we make a shortcut to it so that we can get to it faster. So I'm just going to double click on Notepad, and you'll notice down here that it opened up Notepad, and I didn't have to go through the start menu. Now let's go through the start menu and see what it would look like. That is Start, All Programs, Accessories, Notepad. So here we had 1 at All Programs, 2 at Accessories, and finally 3 at Notepad. Or, since we made a shortcut, we can just double click on it on the desktop, and there you go. There's Notepad, 1-step process. Congratulations, you just demystified your computer, and you used a shortcut.